So we are recording. I'm going to do the evaluate and equation section together. So this first problem is separate from the second and third ones. So this first one, we're going to replace the x with 1 and replace the y with 2. Whenever we substitute and replace, we want to use parentheses. All right, so instead of x, I'm going to put parentheses. Instead of y, I'm going to put even more parentheses. So it looks horrible, it looks confusing, but I'm going to take this 1 and put it in those x parentheses, and take the 2 and put it in the y parentheses. So if you want to write the number as you write parentheses, you can, or write the parentheses and then go back and put it in your numbers. This will keep all your signs straight in case it's negative. Let's do that. Let's make it a negative y. All right, so it's a negative y, and this is why we keep that sign in there. Put it in your parentheses to keep it straight. So now I'm going to simplify. 2 times 1 is 2. I'm going to put the minus sign and do what's in the parentheses first. So negative 2 plus 3, because 3 is larger. I'm going to take that positive from the 3 and put it on the answer, make it a positive 1. And now I can do 2 minus 1. And that just equals 1, and so that's my final answer. I'm showing all my work. I'm substituting, so I have to use parentheses to help keep my signs all straight. All right, solving equations. On this second one, look at what's happening. That's your first question to ask yourself, okay? Write this on your card. What's happening? So to the x, what's happening? I'm dividing. That fraction bar means division. I'm dividing by negative 6. So I need to undo that. I need to get that away from the x. So to undo dividing by negative 6, I'm going to multiply by negative 6 on both sides. Now you know you did it the correct step because negative 6 divided by negative 6 makes 1. So I'm left with just x by itself. 6 times 2 is 12. I'll stick on the extra 0 to make 120, and I bring that negative down. So that is my final answer. Okay, there's not much work to show, but it's the reasoning behind each step that's really important. Again, on 3, you're going to ask what's happening to my x. So first, my x is being multiplied by 4/3, and then it's being added to 1. To solve equations, we have to go backwards. So I have to undo this addition by 1 first. So I'm going to subtract 1 on both sides, once on each side of my equal sign. This makes 0. That's my check step. I'll get 4/3 x equals 5 minus 1, which is 4. Now I'm down to the last step. So just like on this one, I'm dividing by negative 6, so I multiplied by negative 6. I'm multiplying by 4/3, so I want to divide by 4/3. But if I divide by a fraction, then I want to multiply by the reciprocal. Okay, I would write this on your flashcard for your final. So I'm going to multiply by the reciprocal, which means I'm going to flip it. If you don't know what a reciprocal is, I would write that on your flashcard. 3 divided by 3, 1. 4 divided by 4, 1. That's my check step. I'm left with just x, which is awesome. 2 ways you can do this one. You can do 4 times 3, all divided by 4, or you can see that these 4s, 4 divided by 4, makes 1, and you're left with 3. Either way, your answer is 3. If you want to go back, pause that video, see if you can figure this one out on your own. Go back to the beginning before I finish solving it. Change a number, let me check it, and come by during class. That's totally fine. So that is that one. Stop sharing.